Good morning, everybody. Another beautiful day again. The habagat has set in, so almost every day now we have blowing winds coming in from offshore coming inland, and in the mornings it'll kind of set a little bit, but there's still a lot of waves, and then by afternoon the winds really pick up, and towards the end of the day it's kind of pretty steady, strong wind. But it probably increasingly get worse as the weeks go on, but that's just part of it. Well, I see Melinda and Angel and my little niece Cheche are all hanging out the cantina. They've been busy all morning, and the guys are busy over here we picked up yesterday. And I haven't updated y'all in many days on this project here. I've just had a lot going on and I haven't recorded all of it. We got another lounger that goes there. We've put these two kind of in place, preparing to cast them. I'm waiting for some air jets to arrive that we'll have to get all that set in before we cast to know exactly where all of it's going to be. And some of you cast them right in place. Getting some steel tied up over here, and I'll explain all of this as we go. We got the cistern covered. This is tank 1 for the cistern. I'll explain about what tank 2 is later. Y'all are concerned, of products and stuff coming down. I think some people think maybe we're going to drink that water or filter it and put it in our well. I don't know what people think, but it's actually going to go just only on the lawn out towards the beach and all out here. And anyway, it'll digest just like a regular septic before it goes on out. It'll go through digestion. So anything that's even in the shower waters or the spit back from the pool flushing the filter will go through a digesting, and chlorine dissipates. So this is the other tanks here, and that's the 3 digestive tanks on the septic over here on this side. The black water tank being this one. There's a 4-inch pipe coming out here now. That's once it digests 3 times there, and these are pretty big tanks. This is large, and that's what all this is underneath here. The original tank we built, this joins right up to it. It'll go in. There is a storm drain we're required to tie into that goes to the city drain from the subdivision, and there's a pipe that goes out that's already from there now. We're not to have a leaching field here because it'll contaminate the wells. So it'll digest 3 times, go out, go into that, and go into storm sewer, and that's what's required by us here. And just like we did before, we built this restroom, this CR, and right now we got a couple washing machines in it in this room here. And excuse me, bro. And we built this long ago. Some of you early on the video remember. But soon there won't be washing machines in here anymore. We're going to have a dedicated laundry room. And this here will be for guests to come in here, shower off. There's a shower there. And there used to be a sink right there. I'll probably put a sink back there again. And maybe a little place they can sit down while they're changing their clothes or something like that. Back up over there, and this drops down, so any shower water, anything like that, doesn't go up there to that part. So this whole top of this tanks right here coming around are going to be a room, and we're not going to attach it up to the ceiling. We're going to put the walls just barely higher than that steel, and that way air can breathe up and over the top. And this is going to have our washing machines, dryer, stocks of towel, sheets, everything. So I had my little carnivore breakfast. I was surprised they brought me some quail eggs today. That's pretty cool. Bacon, and I sometimes eat tomato with it. I may grab one here real quick. But it's got black pepper and cayenne pepper on it, man. That cayenne pepper really help you out if you can tolerate it. Been down there with the guys. We've been setting up some of the plumbing and stuff, going for the shower drains and for the utility room, and they're sitting still right now for that utility room that's going to house all of our bed sheets, towels, all those things, soaps, some backup parts for the rooms, like, the little bidet sprayers and just all of that. So it's going to be like, little maintenance and utility room, that's just what it is. I'm going to have my little breakfast right here. Having more sand delivered again. So there's a local company I love to buy my sand from and keep the money really local to our community, Kanaya, and they have furnished probably pretty much every bit of sand that we've done for this entire place. Occasionally they wouldn't have sand and I'd have to reach to someone else. There was a guy in Melinda before, but we can't contact him now. These places come and go. And he sent me some really nice sand before too. But as y'all seen in videos, there was a couple times we got loads from people that when Kanaya didn't have none, and the guy Mia Gal got me some after another company sold me a dirty load. And then Kanaya sent some back during the drought season, but it had a little bit too much dirt in it. And I really like those people, and they just had dirt in it. It needs no dirt in it, and theirs had a little bit of dirt in it. And they had brought it over here and dropped it. But what happened is it's so dry, and they will wash the sand, right? They'll wash it and remove impurities and stuff out of it, and they use river water for that. And the problem is that was a drought and there was no rivers flowing. So they for those two loads just gave me my money back, and great people, and a really nice family just back across over here. So I was really sad and kind of waited on them and asked them again, after it started raining if they had any sand yet, but they still didn't, even after it started raining. They moved their locations and they were having to reset up their equipment and everything. So I had got on the old interwebs and looked on Facebook Marketplace, just try to find somebody. And I ran across this guy up here in Iloilo, I think maybe near Oton or something. And Oton doesn't mean an Oton right near me. It could be, way back going towards the back of the city. Because Oton kind of goes way back inland. So I don't know exactly where they were from there, but I contacted them through Facebook Marketplace on their ad. This gentleman was really nice, and he responded to me, and he brought me out before 2 truckloads of really clean, nice sand for a good price. So I was happy with that. We used that sand up. I need it more again because we're going to be rendering out in there on that pool and everything. And hopefully that'll be the last of it after that. Hopefully I won't ever need any more again. And so we had taken that dirty sand that time and used it to backfill some low places up there, and we capped it over with some topsoil since it had a lot of dirt in it already, and then we put a little bit of topsoil and said, well, maybe some grass or something will grow in with that. Then we used up the clean sand on a bunch of stuff we've been doing. And so I called Kanaya again and asked one more time, and they still had nothing. So I contacted this guy again on Facebook, and took him a few days to get back with me, but he finally did, and they got this sand out here. But anytime I can, I like to do really local and support our local businesses right here near us. I guess he's kind of local too. He's just a few miles further down the road, but I mean local. Like, I really want to support our municipality right here. I really want to, you know, and but not everything you can, so sometimes you got to reach on out further. But if any of you ever move out this way and you do need stone or sand, especially stone like gravel, or topsoil, reach out to me and I can connect you with Kanaya. They're a great family with trucks and stuff, and they're an honest family. So let me know and I'll try to hook you up with that. Well, it's a little bit before lunch right now. I'm gonna go down and check on the guys. I've been doing some other things up here, but before I go down, I want to show y'all something. Right here in this planter, the citrus trees are doing so nice. And she's got some chives growing here. Get that bone out of there. I don't know why somebody throw a chicken bone in there. Just draws animals up. Hey. So some random things sprouting here. Looks like that's a pepper growing there right now. There's a pepper. Some random things sprouted. One thing that sprouted is this squash right here, or maybe it's a cucumber. I think it's a squash though. Anyway, it started growing here, and I noticed it. Melinda noticed it and said, well, we decided to leave it. Just came from where we just throw out seeds and stuff, you know, from eating things, and we make a kind of a compost and everything all the time. So I said, well, where's it going to go? She kept wanting to train it up here to this deck, but we're going to be working up there on that soon, and cleaned it off, scrubbing it really well, painting it, and then preparing to set steel mesh and all to pour that slab over that. I said, I don't want it up there, and I said, it's just going to bake in that hot sun up there. That metal's going to get hot from the bottom. It's going to get heat both ways. But she kind of just keeps on moving it. We keep moving it back and forth, but I'm going to have a talk with her again because it just can't be up there. But I told her we really don't walk over here much, and this gets shaded part of the day. Just train it around these steps. We can step over it right there. Actually, I can probably pass it under. Yeah. There we go. I can pass it under that step and don't even have to step over it. And just for the fun of it, just let it grow around up here, you know. I mean, why not? I told her it'd only just be for a period of time. And then its time will come and go, and it'd be kind of fun to see if it grows some vegetables off of it up here on the deck. So I think I'm going to retrain that right now, back up underneath here, and let it go. There we go. I passed it around and it's underneath here now, and I may lay something there like a piece of bamboo or something that it can kind of wrap its little vine things on. So they got the steel pulled over here, and what we're going to do, hey Joel, is that glued right there? It's glued. Okay. We need to stick something in that pipe so nothing gets inside of it. Find something to go over and put in that pipe, and then let's dump these bags of concrete all over there and start filling up. Waiting for my chauffeur again. Riding in the back of the little e-cart. Yeah, riding in the back of a little e-cart. I'm waiting for Miller.
Okay, let's go to the party!
Well, I'm gonna head back out here and see what the guys have got accomplished. I've been back and forth out there all day. I'm trying to clean up my laptop. I'm organizing folders. You know, when you keep up with all the social media, all these files and stuff, I kind of organize it, not just by things I'm using for YouTube channel and social media, but for my personal self too. I keep up files for like things I'm researching for the boat, like the Sea Ray, or maybe some changes I want to make, or a trailer I'm building. I keep notes and like images that kind of gives me ideas on this or that. Maybe I want to have this or that. So I keep files on all that, and I categorize it down. And people we've met through the years and subscribers we met, keep folders on that. And trips we take in different places, I organize those trips. So I might make a video of it, but then afterwards I take like still shots and build folders of still shots and progress through the years and drone footage and this and that. And then as the computer gets full, I have Seagate drives that I dump these down to, and sometimes they get full, and I have to organize or compress down. And you know, it's a little bit of work. You know, you can't just keep buying new drives forever. I guess you can, but I eliminate and say, well, you know, what do I want to keep for the future in case it all gets kicked off of YouTube or this and that, and I want just those old memories. So some of the videos I just feel like are nonsense or something, I'll go ahead and sacrifice those and just make them go bye-bye, and you know, move on from there. And I also keep folders of the kids, you know, and July, Laika, Che, all these are nicknames, you know, for the kids, for just all the kids, James, Leo, Mill, just all of them. I keep folders on that, and birthday events and stuff and all, and the progression and the changes. And when you go back and you scroll down through those, man, do you see how they're growing and you're getting old. So we got the door off the CR. I've got it over here right now. You just open it and lift it. We're going to be pouring over that step. We backfilled with a bunch of concrete rubble down in here, and we kind of put sand and watered it down over the concrete rubble so it fill all the voids. So there's going to be we're going to pour all of this in now out here at our old CR, and there's going to be a just open shower. That wall will get redone. That pipe won't be there anymore, and there'll be a shower up here. People can rinse off here. They have a drain there. The floor will rise a little higher. Here there'll be a little dam like across right there. You step over and shower. Keep the water going in the drain. This is going to be a laundry room in here for all the stuff for the place. So we got a drain pipe there by him for one washing machine, drain pipe for another washing machine. We're going to put some basins over here that they can soak laundry in, because I know she's going to want to soak towels, she's going to want to soak sheets, and then there's going to be our colored laundries and stuff. And they like to soak it, so I'm going to make 3 tile basins that are kind of down low the way they like them. And so we got drains coming up for that. We got all the water from those going into a tank where that water can be recycled. And then after, and we got pipes jumping over again. And there's going to be another tank after this, but we're not going to start on that yet. So we've got all of that. I think that's all of those, but we do have to get this tied down right here by his hand for the poop chute. Yeah, sending it straight down. And we also got to put that 2-inch pipe in that, make a drain over here somewhere. Maybe like over to a corner right here. So you got a piece of cocoa lumber there. We can get over just enough away from that. I'll point out the place for you there.
to harvest my papaya, guys. So I was been harvesting this one and I gave to my mom and dad because instead of buying there on the market, so one of these like more than 1 kilo, so it's really helped. Just small money, but you know, if you counting small money, it's gonna be a big amount. So yeah, so blessed that we have this one here, and there's more coming. Yoo-hoo! I plant, like I said, I plants everywhere on this property. Lots of papaya because like us, we like to eat soup and vegetable. So I make it sure that I have backup and plenty of papaya. So this one here, like during that drought, it's really struggling. But now I can see it that there's more flowers blooming again. And now, hope there's no any bad typhoon coming. Hope, and I can harvest a lots of papaya. So over here, I'm preparing to plant more tomato. I think it is 2 of this square here. I'm gonna plant more tomato because James loves to eat tomato. So yep, so for now I'm preparing the soil, additional more animal manure, more food to waste, and rice hull. So this one here, before I have pepper here, but of course I have so many pepper already, so I save this one here, this plot, for like I said, for the tomato, because I have only one area there for tomato. And of course, like besides of that, I already been plant the radish again, and I'm just waiting for them to sprout. And here my wing bean is growing, and we already been harvesting the better cord as well. Yes, more better cord coming. See that one? And I was also been harvesting my eggplant. Very cool, ah. That's the good thing that you're vegetable. And Angel was really been helping me holding some animal manure, and I told them that I'm not the one to benefits more of my vegetable, mostly is you guys. So the more vegetable I have, the more you can have free vegetable. So I asked June to get me some coconut because the coconut there was ready to pick up, to harvest. It's a good thing that you have. Bulatanan kung di ng ano malara magurang. The coconut hunter. He is our coconut hunter here. One more. Bulan man siya. Excuse me. Wow, it's so dark. It's about to hit the rain, guys. So it's having rain again after 1 week or more than that week. But look at see, guys. See? It's very dark. Wow. Super, super dark. Where's the rain?
Take me,